A lot of people are still talking about Brady's divorce, including his old teammate Rob Gronkowski. Let's get into what one of TB12's oldest friends has to say about his divorce. First up, what did Rob Gronkowski say? Rob didn't hold back when it came to sending his utmost support to his old Patriots teammate. He also said that he wished the Bucs quarterback nothing but success after his divorce from supermodel Gisele Bündchen. Gronk spilled all the details to Page 6 just a few days ago. Brady and Gronkowski go way back, considering they played together for 11 years, both with the Patriots and the Bucs. That's true friendship. After Gisele and Tom announced their amicable divorce in October 2022, it was news everywhere. We've been seeing them together for 13 years, and honestly, the divorce seemed a long time coming considering Tom Brady's unretirement. In an interview with the magazine, Rob, who was also Tom's co-star in the upcoming sports comedy 80 for Brady, said that as a friend and teammate, he's always rooting for Brady. He also said that his duty is to constantly send support and love Brady's way, which he's been trying to do ever since the divorce. The ex-tight end also added that even when they're not playing together, he loves to see Brady succeed, both on and off the field. And that's not all he had to say, though. It seems Gronk had many good things to say about his teammate. In his Page 6 interview, Gronk had nothing but good things to say about Brady. The whole world saw this. The football player said that Brady's resume and discipline are unmatched, and honestly, I have no choice but to agree. How else do you stay in the NFL for over 2 decades? Rob has some great memories with Brady and just couldn't stop gushing about how much of an amazing teammate he is. When you see him play, Gronk said, you just want to see him succeed. Now that we've talked about all the great things Gronk said about Brady, let's talk about their history. We just mentioned that both athletes were teammates on both the Patriots and the Bucs, but they're more similar than you think. Just like Brady, Rob also announced his second formal retirement announcement, but in 2021. Great friends do have a lot of things in common after all. Unlike Brady, though, Rob's unretirement didn't make the same headlines as Tom's did, especially because of the divorce. Speaking of which, some more details about the divorce. The divorce between Gisele and Tom was filed in Florida in October 2022 and was finalized the same day. A lot of people saw this coming, especially after a source told People magazine that there was tension brewing between the couple. Apparently, this was because Gisele was really happy after he announced his retirement because he could spend time with his family. All this is only for Brady to announce his decision to return to the field a month later. As you can imagine, his ex-wife wasn't too happy about that. This isn't the only time Gisele talked about her discomfort with Brady's attachment to the NFL. In an interview with Elle, she said it was a violent sport. That's exactly why she was worried about the impact it would have on her kids and why she wished that Brady would finally hang it up. She even said that she'd had the same conversation with Brady again and again. Gisele said in the end, though, that everyone has to make a decision that makes them the happiest. To each their own, it seems. If you need some more clarification about how Gisele feels, an insider talked more about this whole thing. Apparently, the Brazilian supermodel didn't hate that he played football, rather the way he handled going about with his retirement announcement and then his hasty return. Of course, that's bound to catch you off guard. The former couple has 2 children together, and Gisele also became the stepmother to Tom's other son from Bridget Moynihan. When their divorce was finally official in October 2022, the two announced the news together on Instagram while maintaining a good co-parenting arrangement for their kids. Co-parenting aside, the married chapter is closed in Tom Brady's life, and there are rumors he is already moving on from the divorce, though. There is a lucky woman who he has eyes for. Now that the handsome QB is single, his old friend Rob Gronkowski had a few suggestions for him. He thinks Sally Field and Brady will hit it off really well, and even talked about it on his podcast. Prior to the Buccaneers' latest playoff game against the Dallas Cowboys, which Brady's club lost 31-14, Gronkowski joined in and had a few suggestions. He joked about Brady and the 76-year-old actress's undeniable chemistry during this one scene in 80 for Brady. Gronk even described the performance as Oscar-worthy by asking his friend about what his future plans are. It seems that Tom has the same idea. Brady even opened up about his feelings for his co-star. He admitted that they do have a little on-camera thing going on, and that he's just going to wait and see what happens. It seemed like Brady had fun acting and discovering new things outside of football. He even joked about seeing where things go from here. Of course, Brady was just joking about a serious topic, but this makes us wonder, how is he really doing? The quarterback of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers spoke very candidly about his recent divorce from supermodel Gisele Bündchen on his weekly podcast in November. He said that the two of them are still pretty friendly. After all, they are co-parenting, and this is the best way to go. When discussing the topic with Jim Gray, his Let's Go co-host and sportscaster, Brady talked about how people have different kinds of problems. Some of them they have at work, while the others they deal with at home. The famous QB talked about the good parts of his situation first, saying that it's obviously good that he's in an amicable situation. Right now, after the divorce, he's just focused on two things. The first one is to take care of his family, especially his kids, while the second one is doing the best he can to win as many games for his team as possible. The balance is just part of his job. This leaves us all wondering, how does Brady manage? Well, Tom Brady has a very simple strategy. When it's time to work, you focus on that. And when you get home, you focus on the priorities that are at home. He had some wise words to say as well, talking about how the only thing limiting you is your best efforts. As long as he's going to be working and taking care of his family, he'll try to keep doing this. The 45-year-old also talked about how hard it was to go through a divorce in the public eye, but added that this is what he signed up for. It's a part of the job after all, though. After his segment of the podcast, he summarized everything and had some final reflections. What are these final reflections, you wonder? Over the course of 23 years, Tom Brady said he's had to deal with some very difficult situations, both on and off the field. All this is playing out in front of an audience, and you just have to deal with that. TB12 said that football players aren't actors, even though they're on TV. The catch here is that they're not playing someone else. They're being their true selves, and when you're under scrutiny from the audience, it gets grueling. That must be tough. This was one of the first times that Brady spoke up about his divorce, and it was months ago. People are still so invested. Now that the playoffs have started, things are about to get heated in the NFL. So you and I can expect this to stop being the hot topic. What do you think of Gronk's support for his former teammate? See you in the next video.